Hello students, so today we will be learning about another natural phenomena called earthquake. Last time we have learnt about lightning. So let us now today learn about earthquake. Earthquake is very devastating, and its other problem is that till today we are not able to predict accurately in which place earthquake will come, at what time will it come, and what is the expected magnitude. We know that earthquakes, we can expect that earthquake may come, but we cannot pinpoint. So to take preparatory steps becomes difficult. So the damage to life and property becomes large. In India, during last few years, the earthquakes that had come are the most devastating earthquake was in Bhuj district of Gujarat in 2001, 26 January 2001. Then it came in on 8th October 2005 in North Kashmir, in Zuri, and recently, less than a month before, it had come in Delhi and its surrounding areas, but it was of very moderate magnitude because its epicenter was Nepal. Those who know, but let us try to revise it. What is earthquake? Earthquake means sudden shaking or trembling of the earth, which is lasting for a very short time. Now you will say, what do you mean by short time? As such, normally we will see the majority of the earthquakes, they are about 1 second, and their magnitude is so less that we are not able to even feel it. We don't know. As such small earthquakes are coming daily in many places of the world. But typically, earthquake which cause some damage are from 10 to 30 seconds. But in 2004, in Sumatra, earthquake of magnitude 9.2 was measured for about 10 minutes. Though the instrument measured for 10 minutes, but people in that area might have not felt the earthquake for 10 minutes because for most of the time it might be of very small magnitude. But instrument has measured it for 10 minutes, and it was quite a devastating earthquake. Is it all right? So now let us try to go in detail of this earthquake. In case the earthquake comes in the ocean, then it can cause tsunami. In India, we had a very devastating tsunami in 2004. Okay. Now, to understand earthquake, first we should know about the structure of the earth. Earth can be classified into 4 interior structures, layers. The topmost layer is called the crust. Below the crust, you will have mantle. Okay, suppose this is earth. This is our earth. Then on the top layer is crust. So this one is crust. Okay, below this crust we have got mantle. Mantle is a very, I will explain you, and below mantle we have got outer core, and at the center we have got inner core. So there are 4 parts: crust, mantle, outer core and inner core. So from the exterior I am describing. Crust, you know, it is a rocky layer, solid, rocky. Now this is above mantle. Mantle is a thick liquid like gum or honey, even more thick than that, so that its flowing capacity is quite less, but being a liquid, this solid is floating on this liquid. So density of this is less than density of mantle. So mantle is denser liquid on which this crust is floating. Okay. Now this crust, which is the outermost layer, is not a single piece. It is made up of various fragments. Each fragment is called a tectonic plate. Now these plates are in always continuous motion at a very small rate. Hardly there is a motion of, you can say, few centimeters in a year or so. Okay. Now the temperature of the inner core is about 5000 degrees Celsius. Now this information I have given you so that we can explain that how does the earthquake comes. Now you see this mantle is a liquid, it is getting heated by the inner core which is at 5000 degrees Celsius. So like you have seen convection current getting built up when water is heated in a vessel. Okay, so this mantle is getting heated up, so convection currents are getting built up, means lighter liquid will go up and bit cool thicker liquid will come. Now so this convection current will flow. Now as the convection current is flowing, so the tectonic plates which are above it will also move. So convection current will also move the tectonic plates. Okay, now let us proceed further. You will say that this is hypothesis, but I can give you certain evidences that tectonic plates are moving. The most important evidence is, like suppose you are playing a jigsaw, or there is some shape here, and on the top also you have got a shape here. Now they will match together. They will match together. If you are having a hole here and other thing which is matching, we will have a projection here. Then only it will become one thing. So jigsaw puzzle. So similarly, if we see the various continents, especially the neighboring continents, you will find that in case you bring them together, they match. The coastal continents will match one another like a jigsaw puzzle. So means it shows us the evidence that once upon a time these continents were joined together, were one. If we see into detail, we can come to the conclusion that around 300 to 400 million ago there was only one continent, and that we are calling as Pangea. So there was only one continent, and now so they are broken up. So if you bring them near together, you will find that they get exactly matched. Then other point is that fossil of extinct animal and plants, they are in different continents. So means once those continents were one, therefore the animals and plants were we are today means some point of time the continents got separated, so they also got separated. If we see the magnetic crystals in the rocks, which you will be able to understand when you study in depth, so that also alignment of the magnetic crystals means north-south direction. Some are pointing in north-south, some are pointing in south-north. Okay, and if we see the hot spot is when volcano comes, some material from the mantle comes out. So that material is in one place, but today when volcano comes, it is showing different characteristics. So means the earlier earlier volcano was from a different place. So means plates are moving. And also if we study the earthquake and volcanoes that are occurring in various places, you can come to this conclusion that now the plates are separate, which were once upon a time. Okay. Now What causes earthquake? Okay, plates are moving. Then what happens? When the plates are moving, the two things can take place. This is one plate. Okay, suppose this is one plate. Other plate is here. So this plate is moving here, and this plate is moving in this direction. This plate is moving in that direction. Means like clapping of hands, moving of fingers in same way. Okay, so this is called brushing of the plates. Or as I showed you in this figure, plates can collide. This plate is coming from here, this plate is coming from here, and then they may collide. Or one plate may go underneath and one plate may go above it. So this is called collision of plate, this is called brushing of plates. So when this plate do the brushing or collision, then the disturbance get created in the below the earth, and that disturbance when seen above shakes the earth. Now so see, I have drawn the figure here. This plate, this is the ground. This is one plate, another plate. They are colliding here. So where they are colliding, that is called focus. So this is my focus. And vertically up on the ground, we call it epicenter. So this is the epicenter of this earthquake, and this is the focus. And the waves due to collision which are occurring, they are called seismic waves. So these are the technical terms which you should learn. So epicenter is a place on the ground above the focus where the plates are collided. Okay, so the earthquake would be maximum in this area. Now this area where the two plates are there with a small gap, are touching one another or with a small gap where there is a chance of collision, they are called fault zones or seismic zones. So in seismic or fault zones, earthquakes normally occurs. So earthquake occurs normally in seismic or fault zones where there are two plates moving relative to one another. Is it all right? Now, these weak zones are in India, are in western and central Himalayas, northeast of India, in Kutch, Rajasthan, Indo-Gangetic Plain, and also some places in South India. So these are the weak zones. So there we should take more precautions. Now in the next slide I will explain to you that what precaution we should take against earthquake. In case as earthquake cannot be predicted, so we should take the precautions from the design stage itself. Means whenever we are constructing a building, especially in areas of weak zones, you should make earthquake proof building. Earthquake proof buildings. Now we have understood how to make earthquake proof. Technology has got developed that we can make earthquake proof building, but these buildings would be quite costly. So in case there are poor people who are staying in that place, then they should use mud or timber, light materials. Roofs should also be light, walls should be made of mud or timber, light, and not heavy construction material. Don't make of steel or of heavy material, because due to earthquake, in case they fall, then the persons inside may get injured. So either you have earthquake proof or you have this. Then everyone is having cupboards and shelves and various things which are hanging on the wall. So don't keep it just there, but try to make it fixed on the walls. Rigidly fix the cupboards and shelves so that they should not fall. The wall clocks, geysers, water heaters, whatever things are there, don't keep it loose, but try to fix it on the wall so that they should not drop. Is it all right? Now, when earthquake comes, there are chances that there can be a fire. Your gas cylinder may get leaked and it can catch fire. So the building should have firefighting equipment in working order all the time, so that even if earthquake is there, you may require firefighting equipments. Now, so this is by design or construction. So this has to be done beforehand. Now, in case earthquake has come, there are two possibilities. You can be at home or you can be outside. Now let us try to see, in case you are at home, what you should do. In case you are at home, the best thing is that you should take shelter under a table, or so that if anything drops, it will not drop on your head, but it will drop on the top of the table. So the table should be also sturdy, that it should not break. And you should be away from tall and heavy objects. Whatever the cupboards are there, heavy objects are there, you should try to be away. In case you are in bed, it's good. Then protect your head with a pillow, so that if anything falls, it should not fall on the head. Now, in case you are outside, you should find a clear spot where there are no buildings, trees, overhead power lines across it. So you should be in the complete ground, so that there are no buildings. Nothing, if earthquake comes, nothing should fall on you. If you are in a car or bus, then you should try to move to the safe spot at the earliest. Is it all right? Now, each thing we are measuring it. Similarly, earthquake is also measured by a scale called Richter scale. It is a scale called Richter scale. Now, in this Richter scale, if earthquake is more than 7, then we say earthquake can cause good damage. Damage would be quite considerable. Like as I told you that in Bhuj and Kashmir, earthquake were more than 7.5. Okay. Now this, when the earthquake comes, as I had explained to the diagram, seismic waves move. So we measure those waves by seismograph. This is an instrument by which we measure the waves. What is seismograph? It is like a pendulum. So when there are tremors, then this pendulum will oscillate, and that oscillation goes to the pen, and pen records on the paper. So this is how we measure the earthquake. Now this Richter scale is not linear. Like I will give you an example. Like suppose in one place earthquake is of magnitude 6 and in some other place magnitude 4. You cannot say that earthquake in this place is 1.5 times than this. No. Increase of 2 means 1000 times more destructive energy. So it is not a linear scale. So between 4 and 6, it is not 1.5 times more here, but it is 1000 times more destructive at 6. Is it all right? So this is a short study for 8th standard regarding earthquake. In detail you will be learning later on, and you will be able to appreciate all these things better when you study geology, and so that then you can understand things better. But this is just an introduction to you, that what precautions you should take especially, and what is an earthquake and why does it happen. So it happens mainly because of movement of various plates and their collisions or brushing with one another. Thank you. In case you have liked my teaching, you can subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so that you will get the notification when the next video is posted. Okay, thank you very much.